crazy work. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What the F? Story of my life, y'all. Story of my life. Story of my life, y'all. Alright. I got you. Where's my credit card at? Oh, where's it at? Where's that? Where's that? Sorry, didn't mean to say that. Didn't mean to say that. Alright, cool. Okay. Hey, PGA. Listen, y'all, my life is so hectic. I can't even tell you when I get to sit down. This is crazy work. I am stressed out, y'all. So I got to sneak. Well, not sneak. I got to go to the dentist at 1 because my mouth. God, mother. My mouth thing came off. My mouth protector. We'll call it that. Hey, beautiful. So you guys got to meet one of my children yesterday. I got a couple more. It was kind of like a rough video. She was just getting home from work. She had schoolwork to do. And she also had to help me homeschool one of the children because one of the tutors weren't available. I was supposed to go to the movies. That didn't happen. Oh, listen, traffic was so bad, y'all. Didn't even make it to... Come on, all this begging, I should be begging. I cannot give everyone money. What was I saying? I'm sorry, I'm talking about the homeless man. What was I saying? What the heck was I saying? Yeah, I was stuck in traffic. Yeah, I'm just going right across the street. I was stuck in traffic. It took me over an hour to get to her house, which is only 20 minutes away. That ruined that. Then we were going to catch a late movie. She snuck and gave me this Snicker bar ice cream thing. It made my mouth guard fall out. That ruined that. And then on the way home, I seen the most devastating accident, y'all. This car flipped over, and right as I was going by, the fire people were pulling up. And thank you, Jesus, because the way that looked, you know me, I would have got out trying to save everybody, would have been traumatized, everything you could have think of would have, yeah. So, that was probably good that the fire truck people were there. They were pulling up right as I was pulling up. So, that was a good thing. It'd be the dumb conversation for me. I'll be right back, y'all. Right back. Right back. Hold on, kids. Right back. Right back. hardest working woman you know. Oh, y'all, life be life and granny. So, the reason I just wanted to have you guys do a quick run through. So if anybody's been listening to any of my stories and you thought I have been a liar up to this point, my daughter has kind of confirmed that everything I told you, how I lived, whatever it was, that's like a true story. Like, this is not something I can make up. I know this guy, I know it's so hard for you guys to believe because I'm a woman and you've never met a woman that's done this and you've never met, and you know, but the reality is that is my story. I cannot make this up. I have pretty good children. We're imperfect people like everyone. But we do have a story. That's why I turn around and help people. So if anybody questioned why I do what I do, whatever it is, I think you guys just talking. God dang it! I hate it here. I think you guys just listening to my daughter yesterday might have, you know, we can't tell everything. We just can't. But I think it was just a way for you to kind of see who I really am as an individual and to see what I really came from and the different places I've been and how life's is all. And we just try to be the best people we can. We are imperfect, gosh darn people. We are definitely imperfect people. But we try our hardest. We don't give up. You know, like right now, my daughter is a mother. She's going to school. She got her own life situations, life in her, but that don't stop us. We still get up, we do what we have to do. My daughter works so many hours a day, I don't even know how she does it. So that was very nice of her to cook us dinner yesterday. So I think everything was meant to play out like that so that way I could get some quality time with my daughter. So I wasn't mad at it. I ain't tripping. I wasn't mad at it at all. Hey, Veronica. But yes, my daughter is a very hard worker. But yesterday just proved to me even more that I'm ready to live with my grandchildren. I do know that. I am ready to live with my grandchildren full time. I enjoyed seeing you guys interact yesterday. She's silly just like me. I know our stories were a little not what you expected, whatever it is. See, it's different when you're telling it in a timeline. But when you're just telling pieces of it, it kind of might not make sense. But either way, you see our stories align. You know, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I was very strict on my children. I was a very protective mother, regardless of what I did in the streets. You know, I never intentionally put my children in harm's way. But anytime you're doing street activity, don't think you're not going to have street problems. So, I've never let anything stop me. I've never made excuses. I just never have. You know, you heard from my daughter's mouth. I was different. I was a different mother, but I was one heck of a mother. Where did I do work at? I prided myself on that. I kind of spoiled him a little too much, but I really prided myself on that. My children got to enjoy being children other than, you know, of course, it was dangerous because I was in the streets. But that's what just goes along with that territory. That there isn't going to change for anybody. And then when you make it to a certain level, of course, yes, it's dangerous. That's how it works out. You know, that's for the person that's, you know, from that lifestyle, they understand. But regardless of what, I always held my head up. And like I said, I always kept a job, and a gosh darn good job. I was always a manager. But to make all that short, you know, I'm a woman that had situations and circumstances thrown at me, and I didn't like them, but it didn't stop me from doing anything I had to do. It made sense to those of us that have sense. Amen. Amen. My grandson, he got me a little mad, one of them, because he's a little materialistic. And I don't like that for him. He thought he was better than that teacher because the teacher, and I'm telling you, I'm still thinking about that. That still got me mad, y'all. He thought he was better than the teacher because the teacher was wearing the same clothes and had holes in his clothes and stuff. And he just missed the memo that if he wasn't doing nothing bad, yeah, I understand he brought his grades up. Yeah, I understand he's a traditionally good boy. Yeah, I understand, and be a student. But you allowed yourself to slip, to hang around with children. And then you got mad because the teacher told on you, and then you tried to downgrade the teacher, which ain't even a teacher, not none of his teachers, nothing like that, but the way his school works. Everybody has hands in, so they want to call parent, whatever it is. But you try to downgrade your teacher and play your teacher and make your teacher seem like he was raggedy. In all actuality, you were raggedy because you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. I agree. I enjoyed seeing you all together. I love seeing family close. I wish ours was. It's just my daughter, and God rest her soul, my mom. Well, believe it or not, our family ain't as close as I wanted to be, y'all, because it just ain't. It just ain't. I love my family. I'll do everything for my family, but my life is so hectic. Her life is hectic. That's why the long-term goal, short-term goal, I need to move in with her so that way I can mother my grandchildren on spot. I want to be that type of mother. We done it once and we weren't ready, but now we're ready. You know what I mean? Now we're ready to make that move, you know? And I'm telling her, even if we're not going to buy a house, let's rent a house. I need to be in the house with my grandchildren. I want to pay your bills, our bills, so you can use your money for school and all this other stuff. I don't want you to owe money. You know, I want you to pay that off. I'm telling you, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this, and I'm going to make this family great one way or another. I am. I promise you that. Not that anything's wrong, but I'm going to do my due diligence as the monarch of our family, and I'm going to pull this family together under one home. I'm going to pull all these bills. I'm going to pay everything. I want her to use her money for school so she'll be debt-free. I just want to be there for my children. I love my daughter. She's working so many hours. You know, you think my schedule's busy, her schedule's busy. I'm going to figure it out, y'all. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I'm definitely going to figure it out one way or another. You guys just don't know. Not only am I up helping others all night long, I'm up trying to mastermind a plan for my own. I'm going to figure it out. I promise you. God willing, and it will happen. Trust the process. Janice, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to definitely figure it out. But you know, people say, another reason I wanted to show my daughter, she's a success story, okay? She had a mother that was in the streets, even though I always worked. She had a mother that was in the streets, whatever it was. Now, once again, I'm the first to tell you, my daughter is savage. I will never lie to you about that. She's just savage like I am. But this girl went to college. She's going to college. You see what I'm saying? She could have chose any type of lifestyle. She could have had all these children. She didn't. She didn't. She was the young lady she needs to be, even though she's a savage. She's the young lady she needs to be. Good morning, honey bun. She didn't go birth a bunch of children. She birthed what made sense. You know what I'm saying? She's a smart girl. She's a smart girl. We cannot help the obstacles that have been given to us. Smart, smart, smart girl. That's why she is going to be the monarch of the family when I go to heaven. That's why I put so much time into that specific child, because I know she can handle everybody. She becomes mom when I go to heaven. There's an age gap in my children. So you'll only hear her talk about her and a couple siblings. That's because it's an age gap between the other children. So it's not like there's not more siblings, but there's an age gap in a big age gap. That's good. You want to do that, you will definitely figure it out. Yep, I'm trying. Mart, I'm everything, just not Native American. Oh my God, we talk about this race thing all the time. I'm everything. As soon as I got over there yesterday, I seen she had this fake ponytail in her head. And I'm big on take them ponytails out your head. Ponytail holders, do not sleep with that in your head. That will break your hair off. I made her snatch that bad boy out as soon as I got over there. You're not going to be bald-headed just to have a ponytail so you can go to work. We're not doing that. You know, especially black hair. You know, people think she got good hair. She does not. She has 4C hair. But hair is not made to be banded in any sort of way. It's not. I don't care how you think with it. Oh, got elastic. That don't mean nothing. None of that means nothing. Just a little hair tip. Don't sleep with them hair ties in. Men, quit wearing them hats. Them hats make you... I'm just saying. You are not meant to have that type of friction on your scalp. Just a little hair hack. Little hair hack from Granny. Yeah, so now I got to go back to this dentist. All these thousands of dollars. Now I got to go back to day one. Who knows how much this is going to cost me because my brace fell off. Child, I'm over it. I am so over it. But yeah, y'all, that's my sweetie pie. I'm not going to say she's my favorite, but she's my eldest. So I had more time with her than anyone. So she's always going to have a special part in my heart. All my children got special parts in my heart. But it's a little different with her because she is my eldest. We're like 15 years apart. And I don't know if you guys seen her mannerisms, but we are really just alike. You see how she's like, at one point she's like, who's talking about my mama? I got receding hairline since I was 3. Oh no, I get it. I ain't trying to do a lot of bald men and women running around in their 30s. Well, medicine will make your hair fall out. Stress make your hair fall out. Genetics makes your hair fall out, you know. So then you take everything else, the weave, the glue, the this, the that, the that. I remember one time my daughter shaved her whole head. And this is a crazy thing. I can do whatever she wants. I gave her 2 braids before I left yesterday. I'm like, keep that stuff out your head. That's why I made her take it down, so I could just give her 2 braids. I can have her hair down her back. But no, she's a big girl. She knows everything. And she knows I know how to grow hair. She knows I went to beauty school. She knows I got all the secrets. But once again, my child, like everybody else's child, y'all, was definitely twinning. She had those crazy eyelashes, y'all. And her hair wasn't done. She was looking rough. She wasn't even down for it. But I said, no, you got to let them see what a real woman, a real mother, you know, let them see this is what really goes down. We're not going to try to glamorize it. We're not going to, yeah, I'm over here helping you try to clean. You're trying to cook. You know, I just came to go to the movies. We're late. We're not making it. It's just trying to show you how life lifes you, and it is what it is. But if you see her mannerisms, whatever, I'm telling you, definitely, like, you can tell we are. And she has this joy to her. She has this joy to her that I do not have. Where no matter how life is, how hard life is, or no matter how, she does not let it show. She was beautiful. Natural beauty is the best beauty. She was looking crazy yesterday. She's like, no, Mom, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And she's like, no, you know what? And then the real ninja came out of her. She's like, this was her exact words, y'all. I can't make this up. Let's run it. And at one point, I was supposed to cut the video off, and I said, no, I want to see here, and I want everybody to see what really goes on. You know, we are imperfect people. Let them hear some of these conversations we're having. You know, just let you see. You know, so people think, once again, I cannot clarify this enough. People think I think I'm better than somebody. No. I'm perfect. No, we are all people. I've been very transparent. We are all people. We are all imperfect people. Only thing we can do is strive to be better. That's it. I help people because I've experienced certain things that a lot of people have. So I might have knowledge in areas that others might not have got yet, just because of decisions I made. My children have. My children have been everywhere. But in order for them to go everywhere, this woman had to work. So, but they got, you know, when they got older, they got to go everywhere else on their own. So I don't want to say we've lived a bad life, because that would be a freaking lie. Only thing we had was when I was in the streets, we had the dangers of the streets in our life because I was in the streets. And I also worked, but I was never in the house, never used my body. But once again, if you know my story, you know my story. People think they're just allergic to the truth because you are as real as it gets, down to the earth and transparent. Yeah, I'm very transparent. Hey, walking tall, how are you, sunshine? I love you, honey bun. How have you been? I'm very transparent. And that's why I just hate I got to keep repeating it over and over and over. I've done this because it's just new people coming in. So I don't want ever want anybody, sorry I'm slurring because of the surgery. I don't want anybody to ever think that I think I'm better than, or I'm perfect, or we don't make mistakes, or we're living the same life everyone else is. We are definitely not better than anybody else. We just might make different decisions, or think different, or work different, or just whatever it is. But we are humans just like everyone else. Walking tall, there's my buddy. And I wish I would have been there for the lecture. I had to get off because one of the children I was homeschooling kept calling and texting. So I didn't mean to end the live like that. But I got a lecture about being outside the way I was. She just found out I went to work after having the baby. And I wish you would have heard that whole 20-minute lecture. It went on forever. My most favorite friend on YouTube. Hey Jill, hey Jill. Oh yeah, she lectures me. She puts her foot down, she applies pressure, and she ain't scared to tell me. Because she knows if I fall off the map, get sick, go to heaven, she knows she's truly out here on her own. And as much as she's ready, she's like, no mom, I need you here with me. Can you just... She tells me all the time I do too much. And she's like adamant, like, hey, mom, what are we doing? Like, come on, just what are we doing? That's why I'm always hiding from her. I'm always, because I don't want her to see actually what I'm doing when I'm supposed to be having downtime. I'm supposed to be taking care of myself. I'm supposed to be, but I'm still out helping everyone else. So yesterday was just proof to her that I wasn't helping myself, because meanwhile, while I'm over there, everybody's calling, everybody's doing this. I got my phone right on the speaker, and she's just looking at me like, oh, so when I'm not over there, you ain't laying down? Because she always has her siblings. That's why that one boy is at my house, because she planted him over there. I just left you a comment on your last video about slowing down. I try. I try, but I don't really try, okay? I say I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it. She yelled at me, Mom, I can tell you ain't getting no sleep. We got cameras. Y'all don't even know we got cameras in the house. So she watches the cameras. It's just a lot, y'all. But she knows how I am. She knows I'm a hard worker. She knows I don't give up. She knows I'm not a quitter. She knows I'm going to go harder whatever I do. That's why she respects me the way she respects me. Because I do go so hard. You heard what she said yesterday. My mom's done things that most men could never. Could never and would never. So that means a lot to me that my children respect me like that. And they do know I'm a hard worker. They do know I'll put that sacrifice in. They do know. And I'm glad I've been able to show them that. Now, I might not have chose the proper path or whatever it is, but I will make it happen. Do you hear me? All right, y'all. 2 minutes. I got to go back to work. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. No, my brace fell off my mouth. She seems to be very intelligent, caring young lady, just like her mom. She is. She has a big heart. I hope you have a great day. You are worth it. Connection is feeling, whether a person is miles away. Amen. You know what? You're good to me. Mac, you're good to me. Sometimes on my lowest day, you just remind me, hey, you're doing the right thing. And I appreciate you for doing that. Sometimes I even need a pat on my back, y'all. Gosh darn it, what time is it? It's crazy. Sometimes I even need to hear I'm doing a good job. All right, I gotta go. I got 1 minute to clock in. I gotta go. I love y'all. God dang it.